Ladies and gentlemen, we have in this corner standing from Akron, Ohio, the undisputed, undefeated. That's not the little one. Yeah. Cause it ain't his face, he wanna Baddies, Baddies. He said bad bitch, point her out. Where she at? Baddies, point her out. Where she at? Point her out. There she goes. Said bad bitch, point her out. Where she at? Point her out. Where she at? Point her out. There she goes. Point her out. Where she at? Point her out. Point her out. Where she at? Point her out. There she goes.
What's going on, entertainers? So time comes here with another video. We talking Baddies Gone Wild. You already know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what y'all think about this video. Now, the episode starts off with Mimi. She's crying and still reliving the night before because she said she bawled herself to sleep because her boyfriend's grandma is not feeling well. All I kept thinking is about Jada. I said, oh, thank God you're not in the house with Miss Jada. Because, girl, that ain't even your actual blood, girl. I said, oh my God, Miss Jada would have had a field day with that one. Miss Jada would have been like, girl, like you cried about your boyfriend grandma. Just give him a sexy FaceTime and he'll be straight. Who cares? I mean, like, that's not even your family for real. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's all I kept thinking of the whole time. So she was really sad. She was thinking about going home. Then we end up seeing Lulu. Lulu says apparently the girls are super dirty, okay? They're basura, garbage. There's garbage all over the house. It's basically nasty. You know, she don't appreciate what's going on and stuff in the house. And she just feels like it's just disgustingness all around, which I'm not even surprised at this because it's a lot of girls in the house too. And you could tell a lot of them are younger. So their hygiene, I'm just not shocked. I'm not shocked at all, okay? And I kind of wish when she was in the confessional saying that somebody could have walked in or heard her, like, talking about them or something like that. Like, Zeus, y'all need to be a little bit more messier. Like, when y'all hear a girl talking crap like that in confessionals, send somebody near the confessionals, be like, oh, she's talking crap over there. And then be like, ooh, did you just call you call somebody dirty, and then next thing you know we get a Rima versus Megan. Okay, did you say I was dirty because I didn't take a bath? You know what I'm saying? We could have got one of those. So some of the girls are sitting by the pool, and Becky and G Baby are basically saying that they didn't even have to fight like that. My whole thing is y'all just not realizing that, and y'all still didn't even peep that G Baby's the Milano girl, don't call me white girl, was over there instigating it. I'm glad Lauren called it out, but the fact that none of the girls peeped that except for Lauren in the scene, that just shows how bad their attention span is. That's crazy as hell. Like, that girl was instigating clear as day, and nobody really clocked it besides Lauren. So they kind of like apologized to each other and moved past it. But to be honest, I really feel like Becky was kind of doing that for storyline and camera time. Like, it gave that she wanted to like get in where she fit in because a lot of the girls was getting like camera time, like Minx, Lauren, Tyson, and she kind of wanted to insert herself in it because it was random as hell. So we end up seeing Mimi. She's telling the girls about her wanting to go home. She's talking about their situation, and Dava basically tells her like, "Hey, all these girls want you gone. Do you really like want to basically do them the favor and walk up out that door? Like, you basically gonna make their wish come true if you walk up out that door? Okay, don't you walk up out that door?" Like Life Coach Laura said, like. So they trying to convince her to stay, but Mimi at this point, you could tell she probably low-key regret even doing the show because her face is just like, she has like a face to where she don't even want to like be around. In this situation, I feel like her going home would at least make more sense than somebody like Ant who knew the show he signed up for and was confused when he got there and it was something else. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, I would get if she would go home because that's a valid reason. Like, that's a person that you care about, family member. So that makes sense. But like, y'all know how the Ant thing when he wanted to go home, that to me didn't make any sense. But this to me, it would make valid sense. But I do get them not wanting her to go home just because it would make like the other girls and stuff happy. Then we end up seeing Leandria. She apologizes to Lauren. Y'all, Leandria finna get tore at this reunion because she doubled down on it on TikTok. I see the clip of her. They were like, why did you say it stank? Well, because it did. I said, oh. Now, why didn't you fall out when she made you smell her finger? When she did you should have, but you didn't do that though. So please, you know what I'm saying, Leandro? We don't know if we believe you like that. So when she apologized, Lauren's like, I accept your apology and stuff like that, but we not gonna be friends. Like, that's my reputation online. Nah, I don't really believe it. I don't believe the punani smell thing, because I can guarantee you, if it was true, we would have heard that on Now That's TV first. But y'all that don't watch Now That's TV, I've never heard any of the girls, I mean, some of her biggest ops that have squabbled her down ever say that. And that would be one of the first things they say. Because if you stink on Now That's TV, they're going to say you stink. No shade. They're not going to pull punches and be like, they're going to say you stink. They've been saying Isaiah breath smell bad since the beginning. They've been saying the girl from Mean Girls musty. Like, there's just certain people, like, if there's an odor, the girls are gonna know. So I don't think it's true at all, because they would have been said something over there, because she done fought a good amount of people over there. So they were like, oh, we're gonna be cordial, whatever. Like, I don't want to be friends with you after you said something like that to me. Then we get to Baby Tyson and Minx. They're sitting down. Baby Tyson is like greased like a turkey ball once again, a la Persuasion, and she's basically telling her like, "Oh, Minx, I didn't like the fact that you were laughing at me in the Sprinter." I'm gonna say this. One thing about me, I'm a laugh. So this is what I couldn't do in any of these shows, because I don't care if we're cool or not. If it's really that funny, like, especially on a show like this, because once again, they're not friends. So it's not like this your homegirl, for the longest, so somebody roasting her. Y'all just meeting each other. So for Tyson to expect loyalty from Minx and for her not to laugh is crazy. You do not know each other like that. And not gonna lie, Elena was funny as hell. It's the way she says stuff that makes it funnier, because she says it so dry. Like, she like, man, you ugly as hell. She like, yeah, I look like you. Yeah, so we brothers. Like, little stuff like that. It has me cracking up. Like, she was funny. So I don't blame Minx for laughing. Like, I would have laughed too. I'm sorry. What Ming said, can't nobody. She said, can't nobody laugh around this bitch. I thought the same thing. I'm like, damn, what the about me? I'm a laugh, right? So when they're talking or whatever, here comes Alana, like Elena, coming from the corner. Y'all, I didn't see videos of her working out. I knew I was right. That is strong. Bodybuilder, weightlifter, shapeshifter. I'm talking about, ooh, I couldn't believe it. She looked stronger as she was coming closer. She looked like she had more muscle the closer she got to Tyson. I said, Tyson, oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Then she get to fight this stuff with Tyson, like literally in the middle of the grass. Now I feel like Tyson, they low-key tied that first round. Okay. But them last few rounds, yeah. That Elena, ooh, you know what I want to see? Elena versus Nug. I want to see that. Since they doing not Zeus versus Not As TV, that's one I want to see. I know Elena's pretty new, but she's like one of them. You know what I'm saying? She's one of one. You feel me? So I do want to see Elena versus Nug. Like, she reminds me a lot of Nug. The way she act, the way she talk, like, she reminds me a lot of Nug. Okay, but one thing about that Tyson, she does not care. She gonna always have that heart. Okay, even to the point where it looked like her lip was damn near about to bust blood. She was still going in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's to the point where you see Dava at the top. She like, keep your head up. Keep your head up. And it was really because the height difference doesn't really help. But if Tyson were to get Elena with that dolly uppercut, that's the special. That dolly uppercut, baby, it would have been over for Elena. All she needed to do was do one of these, the dolly uppercut. You know what I'm saying? And it would have been a wrap. Was it me, or when Tyson had finished fighting Alana, when she walked around, I thought she was gonna stop Minx. I said, oh, she for the soccer, she for the soccer. My heart started racing and stuff. I said, oh, she for the get her, she for the get her. But she walked around or whatever. I don't know if it's because her lip was bloody, but Tyson, them girls don't like you. I peeped that. A lot of the cast do not like Tyson. I don't know if it's because she's done other shows and she's already kind of known before getting on the show, but I peeped. The girls don't really like her like that. Like, her sitting there when all of them were kind of talking about Dava having her back, it was so awkward to me. I'm like, Tyson, you're not gonna say nothing, but she was icing her lips, so I don't even blame her, to be honest. Okay, the girl was gathering her bearings, like Pressure be saying. Another thing too, is I feel like that Milano girl, she's so hypocritical. Don't call me white girl, because you talking about, oh, Dava, mind your business. What were you doing just the last episode? Not minding your business. Please. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're hypocritical too, because you were instigating trying to start squabbles between the girls, but you mad at Dava for rooting for her friend. Like, that's crazy. So we end up seeing Lulu talking to Lulu reminds me of Animac. We gonna call that bitch Anawac. You know what I'm saying? Anawac is talking to Becky and she's talking to Minx and she's basically saying like, you know, like I'm not gonna lie, these bitches is really dirty. Like you leave a heel in the kitchen, like bitches your heel. Why you got the heel in the kitchen? Like that's dirty, yo. Like them bitches is nasty. Like I just feel like accountability gotta be taken. Like these bitches is nasty as hell. Like whoa, like come on, okay? So she's talking about that. Meanwhile, Becky don't care about none of that. All she cares about these pictures get moved off the wall. First of all, the pictures were not that grand. Let's be honest. These ain't like BGC style pictures where they got it all big framed up or digital or anything. Child, in them pictures you could print out at CVS. You know what I'm saying? That was not a big to do, but I guess. You know what I'm saying? So she's feeling away about the picture and stuff getting removed, and she didn't appreciate the fact that you know pictures and stuff were being adjusted. So she's telling her about it. Next thing you know, we end up seeing Dava come in with her crew. She come in with Sam and Cutter K, and she has her ski mask on. So she peeking around the corner. They walking up. Sam was so nervous as Mick started getting closer. She like, wait, huh? She was like backing up. She doing the Michael Jackson. I'm surprised she didn't moonwalk up on that scene. Y'all, she seen that Mix big ass coming close. She wanted no parts. And I don't blame you, okay? So then we end up seeing Dava end up fighting Minx or whatever. Meanwhile, Cutter K is fighting Becky. Cutter K does not realize why Becky's fighting her. But to be honest, I feel like this. The way I approached them, what did y'all expect? Because I'm thinking with these recaps, when I be talking, I'm thinking from a Zeus mentality, not my mentality sometimes, from a Zeus mentality. We have to get adjusted to the Zeus mentality. If you bring three girls to a scene with three girls talking about the other girls, what you think is supposed to happen? You get what I'm saying? So Cutter K to me should have been a little bit more on guard because it's 3 for 3. And that's literally exactly what happened. Sam reminds me of Crystal from Not at TV. Okay. She like, do you think I need that? I need that. Okay. Apparently, when Lulu was like, bitches is dirty, you know, bitches don't clean, you know, I got Lysol, you know, the bitches don't even use Lysol. They don't use none of it. Okay. They don't use Fabuloso. Okay. When she was talking about how the girls is dirty, apparently she was in Sam's room. So Sam I am found an issue with that. So her and Sam I am started squabbling. Meanwhile, Dava was squabbling Minx. Meanwhile, Becky fighting Cutter K. Y'all, the way Becky tore Cutter K, by the end of the scene, Cutter K was looking like Toucan Sam. Y'all, so Dava ends up getting into Minx like a couple rounds. At one point, literally Minx put Dava on the floor. Like she ended up on her knees. I don't know if she slipped or she knocked her that hard because the camera had like switched real quick and like there was security guards and stuff in the way. Meanwhile, Lulu is like socking Sam. And what was funny about them two, because Lulu was talking in the middle of it. She like, basura, harmona, micaron. She like speaking Spanish as she like stalking Sam. Like, oh man, it was just stupid. Now, Kay, Cutter K was like shocked because she didn't know why Becky was stalking her. Like, I feel like she was so in shock, she didn't even know how to react to the fight. She's like, meanwhile, Cutter K done put, Becky done put like a bulge and her lip is literally bloody to the point where it's like it's leaking. I still feel like Ocean still have the worst eye, but Cutter K, you come at a close second because yours was like, it became another body part. Like it looked like she had another ear on top of her eye. I ain't gonna lie to you. So it was, you know, it was a fair close one. It was a fair close one. The funniest thing to me is Nas speaking Zeus talk. She was like, I don't know why Becky took a fade from me because I run all my fades. And because I run all my fades, I don't know why people feel like they have to run fades for me. Like, why would you do that? And I'm like, y'all got this girl up here. The girl just probably speaking a little bit English, and now y'all got her speaking Zeus and not TV terminology. I can't. So they move all to the grass. They start getting into it. They boop, boop, boop. They start getting into it, whatever. And then that's when Cutter K didn't want no more parts of Becky. And I don't blame her. Okay. Dava ends up getting into it with Minx. This time around, do I think she would Minx? No. But Minx, I guess, was out of breath. Okay. Yeah, I know Minx is a little up there in the weight. You feel me? So she was out of breath by that point. Like she was kind of tired and through. Okay. What tripped me out though was the fact that when Becky London was not checking Dava, but when she was asking her the reason about the picture thing, Dava kind of not more say switched up, but she kind of like answered Becky's question and kind of backed up what she said about the picture thing. Like she did keep it real, but I felt bad for Becky. I felt bad for Cutter K because that ended up getting Cutter K at whooped even more. Because at one point, Becky got pissed and she was like, "Man, you," and then she ran up on her and got her again. That bulge kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay. Next thing you know, the bulge is the baby. Like it was getting like bigger by the minute. So we end up seeing Becky on the phone and she's venting about what happened. And in my opinion, I'm like, she seems sad. I'm like, if anything, you should be happy. You won. But I guess she was just so angry because I guess she didn't like the fact that like they calling her a bully. I feel like that's what more she was more so crying about than the actual fight itself. Like, of course, she was angry and her adrenaline was high, but I think it's the fact that they kept calling her bully. Cutter K kept saying bully, 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 and she don't want probably the fandom thinking that she a bully for real. I will say, like Zeus, y'all gotta do better. Like that scene was so drawn out when they were like by the outside at night by the grass. Like that was such a long drawn out scene. Like I felt tired watching it. I'm like, oh my god, like this is too much. Like, can we cut it down? That was a little irritating to me. So after that happens, it's the next day and stuff, and they end up having a house meeting. Okay, they're having a house meeting, and they start talking about who should go home. And one of the girls they said was Mimi. I do agree with it, and the reason why it's not even because like the names change situation. I don't know if it's because she's sad about the girlfriend grandma, the boyfriend grandma, but her energy is low. I agree with Lauren 100%. She's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like a sloth, low key. Like she's not like hyper, be like, hey, y'all. Da, da, da. Like I guess she not even grieving, but she's feeling sad. But I do agree with Lauren. And then what Lauren said is it's not just all about fighting. According to the fans, it is. To you, but according to the fans, that's all they want to see is fades, 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 and more fades. Okay. So they start going around saying who should go home and stuff. And one of the people that was called out was Nas. And I do feel like she should see the door. And the reason why is that's another one, energy low. Now she is a baddie, she's beautiful. Okay. But she doesn't have to me a lot of personality. From what I've seen, at least so far. And some tell me like allegedly she's screwing one of the producers or something behind the scenes, and that's how it's like she's not seen a lot. And they say she be in her room. No shade. That's just my guesstimation. Sorry, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of girl lalas in that season, and I wouldn't put it past them. Getting it cracking. Okay, mind you, Milano's hosting Don't Call Me White Girl. She's hosting the house meeting, and I'm like, who died and made you project manager? Okay, and I'm glad Lauren said something because it was like so crazy how she was like leading the girls, like she was trying to be like the landing of the baddies going wild, and Lauren wasn't really messing with that at all. Because once again, none of the girls kind of picked like a house leader. They start calling out Nas because they feel like a lot of the girls are fighting on her behalf. Do I think they fight on her behalf? No, but I feel like she is using like Minx, Becky as like guards. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like her bodyguards. I do agree with that. It does give like she's using them as like bodyguards. Child, she ended up recruiting Elena. Child, she have a whole football team straight up. You know what I'm saying? So I do see what the girls are saying about that. As they're calling her out, Lauren tells Milano like, "Oh, she tired of getting beat up, so she tried to be head in charge or something like that." She says, and she like, "Who tired of getting beaten up?" They start getting into it. Lauren was about to start socking her, but then security kind of separated. One thing about Don't Call Me White Girl, she not scared of Lauren. You got to give her that. She not scared of Lauren whatsoever. And that kind of ended off the episode. I think Dava ends up getting up trying to get Don't Call Me White Girl. Once again, I don't know why. It's just this. It's not hitting for me. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's because we see so much of the girls' version of it, at least on my end, that watching the boys, it's a little bit more refreshing because we don't see that a lot. Versus the girls, there's like 1,000,001 shows like Baddies Gone Wild. So that's just how I feel. I'm still trying. Don't get me wrong. It is getting a little bit more interesting, but I don't know. Let me know what y'all think down below, and we'll be